Finding someone who appreciates you for you, having nothing to do with who you are and what you have, Some interesting parallels.
So, I feel like if you take anything away from this movie, is that Cobra Kai proves it's not as easy as it looks. What it is, what do you guys? It's boy Cape Deformer. We're back in the building to break down the sequel to Coming to America, the classic Eddie Murphy film that dropped back in '88. After taking my first official viewing of the original movie just last week, click the link right up above me to give that a watch. Admittedly, I was excited, but a bit apprehensive about how it would turn out. A lot of what made the original movie such a coveted classic, i.e. its raunchy humor, just wouldn't be able to fly today, and with the sequel getting a PG-13 rating instead of an R rating like the original, this would ensure we would be receiving a vastly different movie viewing experience. Now, does that mean that I thought the movie was bad? Not at all. In fact, I found it to be a satisfying addition to the movie franchise, but it still begs the question to if it was a worthy sequel or even a necessary sequel. So first and foremost, I have to give the utmost props to the crew in bringing back so many of the original characters. Like, there was nearly no one still alive that was in the original that didn't make it into this one. Even super minor characters that you wouldn't even have expected to have been called to cameo in this. It was deeply satisfying to see this, as it really gave a sense of appreciation for the fans and passion for the initial project. Although I have to give them a thumbs down for not being able to bring back Eric LaSalle's Daryl character, as he was one of the funniest parts of the first film to me. So many missed So Glow jokes. Anyways, besides the point, I'm sure there was a good reason for him not returning. Like, it was exciting to see all those people back in their roles 30 years later, still looking good and healthy. However, it did come to a part in the movie where it honestly felt like a reunion for the cast and less like a sequel for the fans. Like, aside from the raunchy humor being gone, Hollywood seems to be on a certain vendetta to correct or apologize for early movies that don't particularly fit with this new socio-political climate. I wanted so desperately for this movie to not have to cave into this trend, and while they did make efforts to poke fun at PC culture at times, they ended up acquiescing to it at later parts in the film. Like, for example, the whole plot of the movie is that Akeem, now heir to the Zamundin throne, has 3 daughters. However, he must find a male heir to take over. Despite the country obviously being a patriarch, it's consistently pushed that his eldest daughter should be awarded the opportunity, and that she's most capable, while his illegitimate son, a street smart wisecracking kid from Queens, just doesn't have what it takes to be regal. We also have this super cringe-worthy scene where Lisa, his now wife, gets in an argument with him and kicks Akeem, the king of his own country, out of his bedroom to sleep somewhere on the couch. Like, I get that Eddie Murphy has taken these super domesticated husband roles since the early 90s, but I just found this one particular scene to be really forced and ridiculous. However, I will reiterate, I did think that this was still a decent movie for what it's worth. The fact of the matter is that we are certainly not in the 80s anymore, and rarely are franchises that are brought back from the 80s turn out to be any good, whether remade or made into a sequel. Which is why I brought up the point about Cobra Kai, a show that was made into a modern day sequel series to the Karate Kid franchise. I give them the utmost props for being able to ignore PC culture and just create an incredibly engaging series that ignores rules or what may offend people. Anyways, just to come back to the positives in this movie, apart from the cameos of old characters, a lot of the new characters were very satisfying to see, especially Wesley Snipes. I actually don't remember a movie in which Wesley Snipes had made me laugh this much. He was so good, I wish he was made to appear in the original. Anyways, guys, those are my closing thoughts. Leave me yours in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you all taking the time to chop it up with your boy, and please don't forget to tap on that like and subscribe button on your way out. I'll see you in the next one.
I'm sorry, did I hold up the question?
No, he answered the question pretty good.
Do you agree with it?
Most of it, yes.